Welcome back to my lovely HP community and the 5D collective. To all of those who are here for our 5D collective ascension energies, Portal 1212, it is messages, but also chit chat on how self perception, emotional depth, and mental clarity come with a whole self and love. So, you lack self perception, emotional depth, and mental clarity when being yourself is paused and distorted due to childhood trauma, trust breaks, and dysregulation. And until you become the owner of your sense of self, gain healthy self worth, and learn self regulation in a state of safety when dealing with people in life, you will be a distorted self with your adaptive child part and maladaptive patterns of behaviors in the lead. Choosing to be yourself means healing trauma, trust breaks, and dysregulation with a good therapist. And then you're ready to become aware because you are also uncharging and or have uncharged your child parts, and you're moving from adaptive child with a distorted self to functional adult with a whole self. And now you're capable of self-perception because you're capable of your own self-awareness, accountability, and regulational skills at the emotional, mental, and physical level of mind, body, heart, and self with non-reactivity, thanks to engaging the social engagement system and your prefrontal cortex because you got through EMDR, child parts work, somatic sensory motor, bilateral integration, and vertical because of working with the child parts, and unlearning the unhealthy self-soothing mechanisms and all of that unkind business. And you see, soothe, safe, secure, and now are yourself. And you can be yourself with others. So you deal with unknowns, uncertainties, unwanteds from an open heart as you continue to go with the flow, because thoughts and emotions are something that you have access to. And as a functional adult, inner child adult, you have self-perception, again, emotional depth, and mental clarity. And it is at this point that if you want more flow and bliss in your day-to-day life, you get to add mindfulness, mindset practices, but you also get to enrich your relationships with these daily practices because you get to live and love by being yourself mindfully, spirituality, one or the both, with healthy self-worth, empowered and open to enlightening. So this means that you are able to be true to who you are as you listen to your inner child from your prefrontal cortex as your higher self adult. You live and love deeply as an adult because you know how to witness, process, and let go of mental concepts and emotional charges and any triggers that take place. You're able to be in the present moment with past childhood memories, sensations, images, or life events that come up, or trust breaks, or anything. So you could have had a breakup and more from your teenage years. Anything you're able to sit and stand and process, okay, and share. And that's because of bilateral integration and having love as your emotional guide, and no more self-doubt, no shame, or broken, distorted self-negative thoughts or feelings about yourself. And here's where Christ consciousness, forgiveness, we don't use the word. We know how to be in a state of an open heart and an open mind and an open body because nothing is wrong with us being different and having rejection. It can happen. So you're at peace with having flaws. You're able to be at peace with having flaws and imperfections in others' eyes and their hearts. That can lead to rejection and abandonment. I don't like you at all. Okay? You choose to be the authentic you in a state of safety and non-reactivity while being rejected for being yourself with flaws and integrity. This means you stay you. You don't change who you are like Greece or any of those people who change who they are. Because you own your 0-1-year-old, she, he, they is yours. Your 3 to 7-year-old, your child parts are yours. You stand with pure consciousness, unconditional love. That's when you know God, Holy Spirit, and Jesus. That's when you'll know Akash. That's when you'll know Source, Universe, because you have the default mode network that is down-regulated because you own this, and you own this, and you choose that life of spirituality. Beyond the solo self, you live, connecting with an open heart. So you lead relationships with healthy self-worth and no shame, blame, fault, revenge, doubt, or fear. And you live life and relationships with awe and splendor. And so this is what was coming through today. You have more curiosity. You have a clear mirror because you don't have distortion from the paused, self of that adaptive child. And so you do know this lovely truth of who you are use your human name, and you have radically accepted, again, that you, just like anybody else, from the mind, heart, body, self, are wanted just the way you are, that you can speak what you think and feel, but that not all people and or society will welcome you or want you as you are or hear what you have to say as meaningful, valuable, important, or even good. There are plenty of people who will not think of something that you say as good. That's why we don't use the inherently good or evil. Emotionally, mentally, and physically intelligent people don't use these words, the right, wrong, good, bad. We understand it's a deeper conversation, and really I'm going to watch as you walk a walk, and if you don't talk a talk and walk a walk, I'm going to know. So for us, we get to know that we're going to be ourselves, speak our truth. People might have different opinions. We're going to stand in a non-reactive position because we own our sense of self and stand in equanimity, compassion, and integrity. Nobody plays God, one, and nobody needs to do anything because determined, Robert Sapolsky, they need a therapist if they don't know how to be in their prefrontal cortex. Not you telling them anything while they're in their biological rude behavior. And so we can acknowledge that rejection happens, and sometimes differences don't come together. And when you have an adaptive child, unbridled self-expression, they think they're right. They have a bunch of shit going on, and they won't leave it alone, and they're not there to actually get to know you. They're not there for any other reason than they just found themselves to be there. You're not even building an authentic relationship with a person who is a flag without a flag post. Now, we build secure connections and secure attachment relationships because we are the securely attached person. So when we are approaching a person, we're going to love, accept, and respect you for who you are. If you have self-perception with a pause self, or if you have true self-perception with yourself. Again, I'm using words that mean something to those of us who know the difference. Half a brain, meet plenty of them. Again, hey, Cusco, what's up? Cusco doesn't know shit like the fancy women and fancy men in suits. We here love to love, and we love to laugh, and we love to live and learn. We don't cast stones, and we don't do characterological distinctions, and we don't do judgments on anyone or anything. We are able, again, to be our own self with our flaws and integrity. So you use mindset, mindfulness, and mindset practices alongside the lifestyle choices that involve enlightenment, spirituality, the 5D mystic journey and path, self-empowerment, healthy self-worth, living and loving, day to day. So you come to have a good time with us here, and some of you might join the subscription-based tiers, and some of you might want one-to-one mentorship and the masterclass and the spirituality retreats, and that's what I'm building right here, a community. We come together, we can have a lot of fun. And so what other people say about you doesn't matter, but you are not ashamed of what you have done. And you don't have any shame or any of those ego blind spots because you own the body, heart, mind, and self. They're safe and secure within your own, again, mind and body in alignment. So no shame, no sensitive ego, no blind spots that make it hard to think or feel, or that you end up taking something so personally, because the people who are not securely attached, they do. That's why they end relationships and their spirituality awakening journey. They lose people. Okay, so you're internally securely attached and empowered with equanimity, or you enjoy what you have heard and you're capable of it. You want it. You want it, come and get it. You want restorative embodiment. It's a really fun place to be. And when you're 5D mystic, I can tell you, it's like a whole new world. It's completely different than what 4D does. We're going to have some channel guidance after. So you're able to identify the genuine relationships you're growing with healthy self-worth others who are like you, and unhealthy self-worth others who navigate 3D and 4D states of consciousness with dysregulated and modulated embodiment. We be ourselves, but we know that it's not for everyone. And also we get to be ourselves mindfully, spiritually, with the restorative embodiment. And so non-reactivity is how we get to continue to be creative in our curiosity and in our exchanges with those who don't love anchoring in the truth because they have pain points. We are clear of pain points, and we accept all and we reject none, and we live that lovely anima mundi, so the soul of the world in all its multifaceted, multidimensional layers, bonded together by loving cosmic forces, dark matter, dark energy, universal love transmission sessions, or the sessions are online, but the universal love transmission energy, Reiki, Holy Spirit, God, all of it. They all have different energetic imprints. Every single piece of information that has been written continues to exist in the sphere that is the infinity and beyond. It's not a matrix that needed any dismantling. We accept all, reject none. So again, you will know, awe and wonder in every breath you take by being able to know the sacred force that surrounds us and asks for nothing in return, which is exactly where God is at, Akash and Source, because they don't ask for you to be perfect. They don't ask for you to be anything except for a member of your society, yes, and that is exactly why your spiritual journey can stretch your capacity to love and to have a sense of self that feels earth, heaven, all in one. But spiritual people don't all know what spirituality is about. So science is, I'm able to explain to you how you will embody and be awakened to your true essence of love and life, the soul, the spirit, and spirituality awaken within you if you are a person who has no shame, blame, fault, revenge, and you don't cast a stone on any other human being, because you will acknowledge, I am my own tree of life and I own my body and mind and nobody else does. And if they don't know how to accept themselves, I know about Determined, Robert Sapolsky, and a bunch more neuroscientists, mental health professionals, psychotherapists that are sharing what an adaptive child is. It's a child version of what the world should look like with a distorted self, and that's a person who needs a therapist, not for you to do anything except for, "Money isn't enough to be saluted." Shit. And no, you lecturing somebody like that, or my other friend, "You know you want it, give it to him." They run off like little kids, because that's what they are. And then we have the 7 to 14 charming, who are allowing the ones who don't want to heal to follow them. And then for the 1 to 24, all of them, the ones who are not charming, they get in prison, and there you go. So at the end of the day, we walk a walk, talk a talk here, the 5D collective at IHP. Not everyone is interested in tapping into their higher human consciousness potential, their higher human conscious emotional, mental, and physical intelligence at all. They don't want to bilaterally integrate, but for those of us who are, welcome aboard. We achieve this through living and loving mindfully and spiritually, and then adding to that day-to-day bliss and awe is the mindfulness and mindset practices and mindset that we get to put forth together as a community, with tears, as a mentor, with goals that you have, as a masterclass community that, start signing up for. And please, again, do remember Hesketh Pearson. A man's character never changes radically from youth to old age. What happens is that circumstances bring out characteristics which have not been obvious to the superficial observer. But what I will tell you is that a man's character from youth to old age will be different for the ones who heal their self from childhood trauma, because they will move out of what is a, what is it called? Out of a fear dysregulated nervous system that is in a state of threat and life threat with human contact and with life, because of lacking integration due to unfortunate business. Okay, so when a person will get out of that which is a past self, they will feel change, but they will be reclaiming what their youth was supposed to be like as well. Which is why I respect and honor Patrick Tiahan, because as he tells his community, you don't have to forgive anyone yet. And he knows what it's like to be a childhood trauma survivor. I don't, but I can only imagine how pissed I would be once I figured out that every time I'm unkind is because I began with unkindness, and that I treat people like pieces of shit, and a lot more because I didn't get the good end of the stick. But I also know, here's where I will say, they didn't choose the parents either. But like I said, at the end of the day, healing trauma, seriously, that's what we do. So we work with people who want to heal trauma. When I say work, I mean that those who are professionals work with people, but also as people, we work with people that want to build a true relationship. So I don't come and tell you what to do with your life. I will bring to you healthy self-worth. And boundaries won't be, I'm setting boundaries. It won't be that, because unless you're still a kid, you're a grown-up now, so you have a conversation. It's I love to love, and my baby, he loves to love, and he loves to laugh, and he loves to live, and he loves to dance, and he loves to not cast stones, and he loves to expand consciousness. So the news is this: on this lovely portal, we're going to have some more messages for you. Here, where are you? Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket. Never let it fade away. I told you I'd be bringing it back in. Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket. Save it for a rainy day. And then, wait for it, because we got another rhyme that I haven't yet read to you, or another line of the rhyme. For when your troubles are starting multiplying, and they just might, it's easy to forget them without trying, with just a pocket full of starlight. So if you're new, you didn't hear this song, but come back to the other one, the next episode, and you'll hear some more. In the meantime, it's Perry Como, and that was one of the songs that keeps coming through because it's really nice. Also, remember when the rhythm wants to sway, dance with me, take me. Yeah, that's another good one. And we love to love and we love to dance. I love to love and my baby, he loves it. This is what love feels like. It's very easy. Nobody's afraid to bring it on. I mean, because really, again, integrity means I have flaws, I have imperfections. What do you want, Eric? There's a door, I got a tail, I got a voice. You don't like it? It's okay. See you later, alligator and crocodile. Wow thing, da-na-na-na, you make my heart sing. So remember, the voice and the mouth, the words are not what matter here. I'm trying to let you know there's a difference, emotional depth, mental depth. That the same as when you see fancy women and men in suits and people who are running around all over town, and that's because you'll just notice that they're growing less and less energetic by the minute when they don't do the healing first and then mindfulness, mindset, and mindset. Because really, I went left now. That's what it sounds like when a person has done a lot of work to get their inner child online, and then there you go. They don't go and get their adolescent essence, and so they don't have the 3-year-old whole heart, which we do. They don't have the teenager, which we do. But see, it's a grown up because I'm higher self Maria. And the adolescent essence is awesome. So essential spark means I'm always passionate about something, which is true. You can't ever find me in a dull moment in my brain, in my heart. I mean, if I need to crash and sleep, okay, but then social engagement, I only build authentic relationships. Doesn't mean you have to be your authentic self, but I'm building authentic relationships. And then from that, we also have novelty and creative expression. And there's our successful entrepreneurs. Let's come on together. Come on over. Let's get together. Yeah. Because we have two sides of brain. So we have conciliancy and things that are disparate. It's okay. We're not like, excuse me, you're confusing shit. It's, hey, I like that. Tell me more. No, not the fight. Okay, let's remember that. No, not that. Shake, rattle, and roll. Oh, we shake, rattle, and roll. What? The beloved. So remember, you are your own first lover, which is why, embodied and empowered feminine. We don't have any type of torture chamber shit with anyone. We have emotions, and we master mental, emotional, physical plane. Or at least I, as an Akashic reader, have, and tarot reader and all that. And the Jaguar. Remember, the embodied, enlightened, empowered feminine, she brings courage in times of uncertainty, and she is not threatened in the Amazon. This doesn't mean I get on screen and say, how dare you? You think you can pull one over me? I'm a mystic. And I see people do that. That's complete structural dissociation. They think that they actually have retrieved their soul. As they say, this is my shadow side. And that's why spiritual bypassers don't go anywhere. Or they start spreading rumors that yoga brings demons out of you because they actively don't know how to do wow thing. No. You make my heart the right way, which is with a prefrontal. And that's because women, remember, if they fuck you, what you shouldn't think. I don't know what you're talking about, lady. No, I didn't think wedding bells. Actually, my men friends made me aware. Consciously choose, if you will, to have physical intercourse with somebody. Don't think they want to marry you. Actually, most likely, I bet you $1 that they're going to break up with you. This is what a friend of mine did. And we won't go over that one because really, when that happened, the only reason I called my friend back is because he won the bet and I have integrity. So, you know what? He deserves to know that I owe him $1. And then I'm going to also, though, tell him I wasn't going to call you because you were really, really mean. In one of my most happiest moments of my life, you were very mean. And I thought you loved me. I do love you. I was just upset. Yes, I know. But I was not going to call you ever again. So now I and you have made up as friends, great, and you're back in a good mood. So do I owe you the $1 or not? No. Okay, cool. So that's what happens, because why would I hold against anybody the fact that they had a rough, horrible Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket, never let it fade away. Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket, save it for a rainy day. For when your troubles starting multiplying, and they just might, like for my friend, it's easy to forget them without trying, with just a pocket full of starlight. So the reality is everybody has a bad day and more, so we're not going to hold it against them. And my friend does love me, but yeah, it was pretty mean of him. But again, I owed him money. I like to pay my debts, even though I don't always actually have the capacity to. And some people, they don't know how to actually understand that. That's for another story. So you remember, you choose what you want to bring forth in your life. And when you do choose love, all you need is love. Doom, doom, doom. All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. And that's all that you do need, like the bare necessities too. The bare necessities, the necessity. Okay, so the truth is, wild thing, na 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 na. Some people want it to happen. Some people wish it would happen, and others make it happen. Thank you, Michael Jordan. I didn't really make much happen. I got lucky. Thanks, mom. Thanks, twin. Thanks, fathers. Thanks, grandparents. Thanks, all. To see. Oh, wait. Thanks, body. I forget to thank my body. In fact, actually, you know what? She's to be thanked because, hey, where's Sadhguru? Let's remember how Sadhguru always shares some really ideal quotes. And so here's one that I'll never forget. No, I will forget it by heart, but I'll never forget because I wrote it down so that I could read it to you all again and again and again, as I always do, because repetition is important so that I can get those concepts too. The life within you is not there to serve your body, mind, or emotion. The body, mind, and emotion are there to serve the life. Yes. And life means pure consciousness. So in this life, my name is Maria. And as lovely Dr. Dana Siegel to point out, personality is a filter through which our temperament deals with us as one nervous system body being here on earth. And in awareness, we become aware of how and who we are, we become aware of who we really are, and that it's not the personality patterns, but that we do work with them. Yes, and I work with all of Maria's 9 personality patterns while being connected to my true self and bringing to you how to be yourself with spirituality for the lovely, mindfully 5D mystics out there. And for those of you who are not mystics, again, you get to just hear, no, you get to also put mindfulness into practice, and you get to become your whole self. You know what? I'm going to save this for our masterclass because otherwise I'm going to keep you here forever. And I actually want to also share with you some more messages for this lovely 12-12 portal. So again, self-perception, emotional depth, mental depth, not depth, and clarity. They come with the whole self in love. And as you see, my fuzz are very comfortable, aren't they? Welcome aboard to all those who will be back. A whole self, your vessel. It's a really beautiful one, these cards. I can't show this one because apparently, YouTube doesn't like any. I'm pretty sure we're going to be looking into these ones perhaps next. We got the vessel and the thread. So we'll find out. But thanks for stopping by on this one, and have a wonderful day if you don't stop by again. Thanks for sharing, and subscribing, and letting anybody who wants to do mindfulness, mindset practices, personal development, self-help, come back over, and also who loves to hear about I love to love, and empowered feminines, and we have our own masculines, and how it is to be a mystic, and a pseudoscience woo-woo lady. But really, to hear also about the funny stories. So we'll see you again in a little bit.